Listen up, today we're about to uncover a shocking secret. Meet our hero, Walter, a little insurance salesman who returns home to get treated like a dog by. In her eyes, her husband's worthless and the basement's dying washer. Walter bears it silently, even mocked on the street by Sam, his old schoolmate joke. What's her name again? Pearl. She kissed me, you know. We've been married 18 years. Oh, Daddy, how sad. Faced with this humiliation, Walter just wants to escape this place ASAP. Sam wasn't letting him go easily, wanting to show off in front of his son. Walter didn't expect this to send him to the hospital. But this unfortunate encounter introduced Walter to an unexpected savior, a guy who could change his life, a top-notch hitman named Carter. Carter couldn't resist eyeing Walter's drink and took a swig. He downed it smoothly and they casually struck up a conversation. Hey, what's with your nose? Walter, trying to save face, claimed he tripped, but Carter saw right through it. Walter sighed and spilled the beans about Sam's bullying. Carter dropped this practical piece of advice. You know what? Don't let it go on any longer. Walter thought he was joking and casually said, Why don't you just go kill him for me? Little did he know, Carter took him seriously and assigned the revenge to that very drink. Subtitles. After being discharged from the hospital, Walter and his wife went to his brother's house for the weekend, where his brother's wife warmly greeted them. His brother even took her to the basement to show off his collection, but when he saw his beloved collection wrecked, his true colors were fully revealed. He had always looked down on Walter, even claiming to co-workers that his brother was dead. To him, Walter was just a useless loser. All Walter did was embarrass him. On the way home, his wife scolded him for ruining the brother's belongings, completely unaware of the torment he was. Little did they know, things were about to get explosive. Meanwhile, Carter stealthily followed Sam to the bar. Sam, feeling great, took a girl into the back room, only to be met with Carter's swift execution. When the police arrived, they found the town bully Sam and assumed it was just another gang-related killing. The news spread quickly through town. The next day, Walter showed up to work, only to be handed the task of registering Sam's death compensation. Walter was stunned, but quickly realized that this must have been the work of that man he met the other day. He met Carter and asked, Did you kill Sam? Carter showed no emotion. Wasn't that your order? I was just following your command, he replied casually. Walter never imagined that a throwaway joke could lead to a real life being snuffed out. Carter then got into Walter's head, saying, You know, everything happening in this world is meant to awaken you. People are riding your back. Why are you still putting up with it? Each word hit Walter like a sword, awakening the darkness within him. Do you get me? This is me. My wife's lack of compliments finally pushed Mr. Nice Guy over the edge. Walter's dark side was unleashed. After 20 years of patience, he finally crossed his moral line and took care of his wife. It was Walter's first murder, and he was at a loss. Suddenly, he remembered his best buddy Carter and picked up the phone to ask for help. But shockingly, he wanted to frame Carter to feign revenge for his wife. Looks like when Mr. Nice Guy gets mean, even he gets scared. Before long, the doorbell rang. The visitor wasn't Carter, but the town sheriff. The sheriff was there to investigate Sam's case, having heard about some recent squabbles. He was just going through the motions since everyone knew Walter was a softie. Just as he was about to leave, he suddenly spotted a blood stain on the ground and immediately apprehended Walter. A quick glance down toward the basement, and shockingly, Walter's wife's corpse was revealed. Just as the sheriff called for backup, Carter appeared behind him and swiftly dealt with him. Carter headed toward the basement while Walter was ready to execute his plan when suddenly police sirens blared outside. Panic-stricken, he dashed into the basement, but Carter had already vanished, leaving Walter in a trap. In a panic, he slammed into the wall, pretending to be the victim. Subtitles. And so, Walter narrowly avoided a crisis for the time being. At the same time, a car zooming at high speed through the town's entrance and exit caught the attention of the police officers. The officers tried to stop it, rolling down the window to reveal none other than the cop killing Carter inside. The officer ordered him out of the car for a search, but Carter launched into the weirdest conversation. The officer was baffled, thinking, this guy must be something special to be this calm under pressure. Eventually, with the officer's acquiescence, Carter sped off. Meanwhile, Walter, after his wife's funeral, stayed at his brother's. When Walter heard that the police searched his house, panic set in since the murder weapon was still there. He seized the chance to return home, destroyed some evidence, grabbed his wife's clothes and wept, yet no tear fell after crying long. It turns out that he really was cut out for being an actor. At that moment, 2 officers came to visit due to the recent string of accidents, all tied to Walter. The female officer suspected his involvement, leaving Walter confused as her deduction matched his thoughts exactly. The 2 had been classmates, and she believed a guy as nice as him couldn't possibly be a killer.